Yeah, it makes me
Yes.
think about this term that I just learned. There's a term called Appsmashing. Are you guys familiar with it?
I have heard app
Yeah.
smashing.
So that would be a good example of your binders doing, where people
Hmm.
are working with the technology they're comfortable with, and you bring it in together so that everybody, nobody has to convert anything. You're
Hmm.
you're allowing the Google folder to be accessible, and I think that was like a Canva document, maybe. I'm not sure what the QR code was done on, but so all of
Hmm.
those get, I guess, the term smashed together in your binders. So it's a great example of that.
It's a good way because, we all started with bookmarks on our computer, and then we had thousands of bookmarks, and we moved to another computer and the bookmarks didn't come. And then eventually they were able to go from computer to computer, but when you still have 1,000, that didn't help so much. And so, I found I could send an email to one parent or one teacher with resources. A month later, somebody else would ask me for resources, and I'd have to go find that other
Oh,
email
right.
and
Hmm.
do that. Putting it in a LiveBinder helped. And I started doing that for workshops and everything as well. When I do a presentation, I create a LiveBinder for the presentation. I put whatever slide deck that I'm using, mostly Google Slides, but sometimes PowerPoint, and then all of the resources that I used to gather the information, and then continue to add to it as I go.
You said something earlier, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Linda,
Go
but
ahead.
um, how the general students need this information as well. I mean, it's all useful, and it made me think about, the push for UDL right now. Is that something you guys are familiar with? Universal Design for Learning in the Classroom?
Definitely. Yes. We do a lot with UDL because what we have found is that strategies that are really good for our students who are deaf or hard of hearing, blind or visually impaired, or deaf blind are often strategies that are good for all kids. Using
Hmm.
the visual components that we do in Deaf Ed and the kinesthetic and the tactile that we do with our kids who are blind or deaf blind help all of the students.